Imagine standing alone in the Nevada wilderness, where the silence is so deep you can hear your own heartbeat. Now picture an abandoned cabin, rotting wood, sagging roof, untouched for decades. You wave at the lone figure inside, and he raises a rifle. Bullets explode at your feet. This isn't a movie. This happened to me. And what I discovered about that cabin, and the man who shouldn't have been there, still haunts me years later. Stick around, because this is just the first of 3 true stories that will make you question what's really out there in the wild places we're not meant to see.
Story 1. The Nevada cabin. I've spent most of my adult life wandering places where people don't normally go. It started in grad school, a geoscience program that sent me deep into the Nevada wilderness, sometimes for weeks at a time. Just me, my gear, and endless empty land. My job? Assess mineral deposits, conduct soil analysis, mark sites for geological interest. That work took me into places so untouched, maybe 5 human footprints had crossed them in a century. Out there, you find things. Rusted cans from prospectors, 100 years dead plane wreckage from the 1940s half buried in dirt bones, mostly animals. But not always. A single sun-bleached boot standing upright, like its owner stepped out of it. The strangest discoveries? Signs of people living there. My first encounter was near the Jobbage Wilderness. I spotted smoke a mile ahead. As I got closer, I saw them. 3 figures by a sagging cabin, dressed in mismatched layers, faces shadowed under wide-brim hats. They stood motionless as I approached. I waved. They didn't react. I turned and left. You learn to look the other way out here. But the next encounter wasn't so peaceful. I was crossing a ravine when I saw it. A cabin perched on a ridge, wood grayed by sun, roof caved in. No trails, no signs of life. Then, movement. A man stared directly at me. I waved. He didn't. Just went back to whatever he was doing. Minutes later, gunfire. Bullets kicked up dirt at my feet. I dove behind a boulder. The man knelt by the cabin, rifle aimed at me. Crack, crack, crack. When the shooting stopped, I ran. Halfway up the ridge, he appeared in front of me, like he'd teleported 300 yards. Up close. Wiry, sun-leathered, milky-eyed. His excuse? Thought you were a pronghorn. My eyes ain't what they used to be. Later, I researched the area. The cabin belonged to Elias Warner's family, the Northern California who vanished in 1912. Some people love that man shouldn't have been there. Not me or my brother Kevin. We hike where trails disappear. Northern California, near Oregon. No marked paths, just game trails. We mapped a route into the hills. Compass navigation, total isolation. Then, a gunshot. Dirt exploded at my feet. We'd triggered a booby trap, a shotgun shell rigged to a mousetrap. Kids. No. 100 yards later, another trap. Then, the smell, skunky chemical. We'd stumbled into a marijuana grow-op. Rows of plants under camouflaged tops. And on the ridge, a guard with a rifle. We ran. Gunfire echoed. Then, fishing hooks strung at face level. Dozens pierced our skin. Kevin's eyelid barely missed. Bloody, we staggered 3 miles to the truck. We reported it. Story 2 weeks later, the missing hiker, forest burned to the ground. No I never met him, explanation, but I'll never forget him. Call details. Mid-30s, hiking with a friend, felt off, sat down, asked friend to fetch meds. When friend returned, he was gone. We searched. Found his phone, bag, trash, placed deliberately, like breadcrumbs. Then, the meth signs. Plastic bay. Bent straw. White powder residue. Days 1 to 5. Dogs lost to scent. Rangers saw a fast figure on a ridge. Volunteers heard coughing in the dark aftermath. Searches called off. Later sightings. A gaunt man stealing flashlights, watching from trees. Winter came. He never did. Is he still out there? A ghost in the woods. Too paranoid to come home? Closing thoughts. The wild holds more than we know. Some things want to be left alone. Others don't let you leave. Like and subscribe if you've ever felt watched in the woods.